Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Gatsby 9 Light Pendant. This is the 131067. A lot of details to get into. Why don't we talk about the beautiful glass to begin with? So, if you're familiar with Hubbardton Forge's Gatsby collection, and there's a great wall sconce you should check out too. I'll put a picture of it right here that would go great with this. Anyway, so the glass they're using is this incredibly substantial hand-cut crystal, and you can just see how thick that is. Beautiful facets. You'll notice it's not symmetrical going all the way around. So as you have these on your fixture and you walk around it, it's going to be casting different facets of light coming through. And like I said, substantial, substantial. So I'm going to put this right here so you can check it out. It's pretty amazing. Hubbardton has awesome fixtures with glass like this that the glass themselves are a piece of art, and you can just stick on your coffee table and check them out all day long. Why don't we get into the size of the fixture body itself? That's going to be independent of the rods. It's going to be hanging from 21.2 inches high. Diameter on this is coming in at 31.7. So, what we'll talk about now, overall height. That's going to be much more important. That's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself. And you're going to have a range available. It's going to start off at 23.3. It's going to max out at 68.3 as standard product. However, this is going to ship with 120 inches of wire, and Hubbardton's using a system of interconnected pipes that are coming in kits. So you could just order another kit and use different pipes to get you where you need to be up to, let's say, 115 inches. If you need this to be longer than 115 inches overall height, drop me a quick email, say you're looking at the 131067, tell me what you're looking for. 180 inches overall height, 240 inches overall height, whole thing. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. We do customs every day. Adds a little time and money, but we can get you where you need to go. Okay, so why don't we talk about Hubbardton Forge's system of these interconnected pipes. So with this fixture to begin with, you're going to be getting 3 of the 12s, like this, 1 of the 6 and 1 3-inch pipe, and a bunch of these little connectors. The little connectors have threading on the ends that are going to go inside the threaded pipes. There's threading on the insides of these pipes. So you basically just do this. You just put that on there, this guy over here. They go together really quick, and you can barely even see a seam. It's beautifully designed and beautifully milled. Hubbardton does a great job on that kind of thing. I want to show you more information about that. How we're going to do it is we're going to look at the installations instructions, because I want to show you how to put it together. On that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It is going to show you a full parts list of all the parts that are going to come with this. It's going to show you that how we're going to put it together. You're not going to put the glass on until the end. You're going to put a nice fluffy towel down on a table. You're going to put your fixture down that has the sockets on that towel, and you're going to basically be feeding those wires that are coming out, or wire that's coming out. You're going to feed them through the parts little by little. So you're going to figure out what pipes you need to get to your overall height to begin with. You'll notice if on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, there's a chart way down in the corner there. That chart is going to show you all of the increments of the overall heights that are going to be offered from Hubbardton Forge using which combinations of pipes to get you there. So as you're putting this together, like I said, you're going to feed the wire through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe, and you're going to kind of build your fixture going up. And it's like I said before, it only takes a second. Eventually those wires are going to exit what's called the canopy, and that is this part that goes on your ceiling way up at the top. It's a 5-inch round canopy, goes over your 4-inch junction box. That's what you guys have. This is already slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. There's a knuckle right there that's built into the top, like your finger, and it does that to 45. So you're all set up for that if you need it, basically. Okay, going back, junction box, 36 pounds hanging weight is what this is going to be. Goes on the standard junction box, but tell your installer that you're going to be putting a 36-pound fixture up so they have the right box that you need to have for you, right? Okay, moving on from there, why don't we talk about what's going on inside of this. Oh, actually, you know what? On that install sheet, let's talk about putting the glass on. So you're going to notice it's going to be coming with this guy. This is a retaining ring tool. It has a flared edge with little notches in it. And then what's going to be going over the socket to keep the glass on is a retaining cup. And that has threading on the inside, hiding in there, and little ridges on it. And this just fits in to the end of this guy. So see how it's inside? This is going to take the place of your hand putting the glass on, because your hand can't get into this hole. It's too big. So you're going to go righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, not too tight, and then you're going to take it off, That's going to be gone. It's inside holding this onto the fixture. Put this into a junk drawer, make it go away, but don't throw it away. Just make sure you hold on to it for someday. You may have to take that off. Anyway, so that's how you do that. So now let's go back and talk about the sockets on this. And don't forget, you're going to have 9 of these to play with. It's going to be using a G9 socket. G9 sockets use G9 bulbs. G9 bulbs come in a couple different flavors. So they come in halogens, they come in LEDs. And you'll notice some of them are wire loops and some of them are tabs. There's tabs that are closed. So they all do the same job. They just push into that socket. And before you put your glass together, you want to put your bulbs on first. Little tidbit there. But anyway, getting into the bulbs, you can use halogens on this if you want to. You can use up to 60-watt halogens in each of these 9 sockets. That'll throw a tremendous amount of light. You're obviously going to put it on a dimmer. But I wouldn't be so opposed to using halogens in this fixture because I think the light coming out of halogens is a crisp, warm light that would be really pretty dimmed down coming out of this crystal. So don't be afraid to go there. And these they come clear and they come frosted, so you can play around. And they're really inexpensive, especially on Amazon. So I would grab some of these and try them out and see what you think. You can also use LEDs. So there's all kinds of LEDs. And again, Amazon's probably your best bet for finding LEDs that are G9s. In the search, put in G9 LED, see what pops up, and then I'm going to walk you through it. So you're going to notice some of these have these orange pads running through, and sometimes they're orange lines. Those are called phosphorus LEDs. There's no better or worse. These are called cob LEDs. They look like corn cobs. You're going to see both of these are going to be offered. And like I said, it doesn't matter which one you get, but it does matter about like the Kelvin temperature, which is going to be the color of the light, and the wattage equivalents. You're going to notice a lot of these are going to be 40-watt equivalent LEDs, which don't forget, you've got 9 of these, so I wouldn't be afraid to go with that. There's also going to be 60-watt equivalents. They're going to be offered too. It's a dimmable fixture either way, so if you're doing the halogens, you use that kind of dimmer, a regular dimmer. If you're doing LEDs, you use a dimmer that's set up for LEDs. Tell your installer about that. But going back to the color of the light, on this one, I might play around a bit and actually try out some of the LEDs that are 2700 Kelvin. That's the setting sun yellow light, and that's actually the same color of light that comes out of halogen bulbs. So you might want to try those. But I also would not get, this is just me, but there's another one that's going to be offered called daylight, and that's, be very careful. Daylight sounds, excuse me, sounds warm. It's not warm. Daylight is actually kind of a overcast day hospital waiting room light. That's that bluish white light that a lot of people see like in restaurants and places like that. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin, so be really careful about that. Another one you might want to try is going to be called warm white. And warm white is what we use in our showroom all the time because it mimics that nice glow of incandescent light we grew up with. The light's coming down on me right here. This is 3,000 Kelvin warm white LEDs, and that looks great. People think it's just a regular warm incandescent light, but it's really an LED. So that would probably be my choice on this. I might play around with the 2700 Kelvin LEDs, the ones that mimic halogens. I might try halogens on this because I think that would be really, really pretty. They're very inexpensive and easy to get. And then I might try the 3000 Kelvin dimmable warm white LEDs and see which ones that you guys like. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance Center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the Clearance Center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.